G'day, George again. Friday the 5th, what's it, the 6th of February 2026. Here to deliver another message of hope. Well, I used to think some purchases were set and done. You buy the thing, you sign the papers, get the keys. And your brain goes, good, that's handled. But ownership does not work like that. Let me tell you why. There was a time, about a bit over 10 years ago, I paid good money for a SUV car. I was excited about it. I did the responsible thing. I bought the vehicle, I drove off the lot, and I thought I was done. Less than 2 weeks later, the stereo unit amplifier died. Not 2 years, not even 2 months, I'm saying 2 weeks. So I did what most of us would do. I called a salesperson, I reached out, I tried to get it handled. And he ghosted me. No call back, no help, nothing. He just said it wasn't covered, sorry. So the unit never got replaced, and every time I drove that SUV, it was a reminder. I pay for this and it still needs something from me. Well, years later, I finally saved up $500 and replaced the unit. Ouch, that really hurts. Not because of the money, I mean yes, but it really hurt because it felt unfair. I felt like I did my part. I was still stuck with the problem. Yeah. And that moment taught me something I want to remember. Buying is an event, owning is a process. A purchase happens once, ownership keeps showing up. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to help you spot the stuff nobody tells you about ownership, so you can handle it with Christian wisdom, not with panic, not with constant stress, but with a plan. Hey, I got a whole family of ducks here. Let me just switch this around, you can see. Can you see it? Ducks? Here, Queen's Park, famous for ducks, I guess. Alright, back to the message. Yeah, so I say, this is not just about stuff, it's about stewardship. So as Christians, we do not see ourselves as ultimate owners. We are managers of what God provides. That changes how we think, I believe. We're not just trying to get more, we're trying to be faithful. Here's another different species of ducks. Can you see it? I'm sure they're all very friendly. So what is this stuff nobody tells you? Alright, first, everything breaks. Some things break fast, like my amplifier. Even hearts break, right? Other things break slow, like a roof. While homes need upkeep. Think about it. Air conditioning system, the paint, appliances, landscaping, plumbing, the whole lot. Cars need upkeep. That's why we have regular services for tires, brakes, oil change, surprise repairs that show up at the worst time. Have you been there before? And as for rentals, yeah, rentals come up with upkeep too. Turnover, wear, code issues, calls and texts when you least want them. So that's the life of a landlord. Here's a question for you. What do you own right now that you have not checked in 6 months? Not because you are careless, but because life is full and busy and it seemed fine. You can just leave it in the background, right? Alright, well maybe here's a simple rule that helps. If it moves, it needs service. If it sits, it still needs care. Right? Just like your garden. It grows, you got to mow the lawn. Second, I want to talk about the admin stuff. Nobody celebrates this part, but it matters, right? Because it's work. Insurance renewals. Yep. Policy gaps, deductibles, taxes, forms, records, warranties, registration, lease terms. The list does not stop. It's usually one huge problem. I'll say it again, sorry. It's not usually one huge problem. It's a steady drip of small tasks. Just dripping away, drip, drip, drip. Okay, I'm going to give you another simple question. Do you have one place where your ownership documents live? Now that's pretty important, that's pretty telling to see whether you're an organized person. One folder is enough, digital or paper. Home, car, taxes, rentals, insurance, all those docs, it's going to come in very handy when you need them. And then pick one review date each year, put it on the calendar. So one folder, one date. Okay, now I'm going to keep going, but comment one thing you bought that you thought was said and done. Yeah, let's get some feedback, yeah? I'm sure you'll teach me a few things. Okay. And hit me up. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by so many of these animals around the park. I don't want to disturb them. So yeah, hit me up if you want more Christian money help. That's clear and practical. All right, let's come back to the topic. Thirdly, ownership has timing problems. Bills do not care about your plan. Okay? They're not emotional. So you got repairs, replacement, medical costs, special assessments. Hey, even investing has timing problems sometimes, like taxes, capital gain tax, or a market drop at the wrong time. Okay, so this is why margin matters. And scripture put this very plainly. Taken from Proverbs 27, chapter 27, verse 7. 22nd, verse 7. My favorite passage. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower the slave of the lender. Now the point I'm making is not guilt. The point is wisdom. Debt reduces your options. It adds pressure. It makes every surprise feel bigger. Okay, so I'm thinking there's two rail guards I want to talk about. So you keep a repair fund, like you keep an emergency fund, some people call it. Don't pretend the calendar is always going to be smooth. Let me pause and ask you a question. If a surprising $1,000 hit you this week, like you just have to fix something, what account would you pay for it? Yeah? And I'm not talking about your credit card. That should be the last resort. Now, if the answer is, I don't have that yet, guys, don't feel ashamed. This video will help you get some clarity, and clarity will lead to a plan. All right, I'm not here to embarrass people. I'm here to help. Remember, giving you guys hope. Now, fourth, some things cost peace. Late night tenant repairs. That's if you don't go through property managers. The cars you do not trust. They might break down in the middle of your journey. Now the habit of checking your portfolio, it's non-stop. Okay. So here's a quick test. Does this help me serve others? Does it fit my season of life? Does it pull me towards worry? All these things I mentioned, have a think about it. And I'm talking in the context of assets. Some assets make money, but they drain you. That really matters. Now, fifth, ownership shapes you. It can feel greed, pride, control, or fear. Or it can support generosity, stability, and service. It's another part of the park we haven't explored. Here we go. And here's the principle. An asset is a tool. Tool needs a purpose. Okay? Now that you know, ask yourself this. What is this asset for in one sentence? Because everything has to make sense, right? You got to put a reason behind every asset. Okay, and try to go beyond, oh, it's just to make money. I mean, really, what's it for? What's the purpose? What does it do to help you do for others? So I'm going to end here very soon by saying, now here's the rhythm that makes ownership feel lighter. Monthly, quarterly, yearly. So here's the plan for monthly. Check your cash flow. All right, scan upcoming bills, refill any sinking funds, emergency funds. Quarterly review of insurance, inspect your key items, review investment once. And for yearly, yeah, get all your paperwork ready for tax preparation. Any big maintenance plan, update any beneficiaries that you've got on your will, and even reset your goals if possible. And this is how ownership stops bothering you at 2 a.m, right? Alright, if you want ownership to feel light and smart and start small this week. Pick one review date, 1 hour, one folder, one plan, alright? 1. So if this helped you, please subscribe for more Christian finance principles you can use right away. Share this with a friend who keeps saying, oh, I thought this would be said and done. It'd be great if I can get you to comment this phrase so you can remember it. Ownership is a process. Alright, thanks for taking a walk to the park with me. I'll see you on the next one.